Hi, my name is Mark Merz. I'm the founder of Common Thread Ministries and the author of a number of novels. You can go to markmerza.com/store to find them. Every time I go somewhere, I'm asked for memories of Dr. Stanley. So I want to give you 4 of them, real short, okay? The first one is something that he's shared a number of times. When he went to First Baptist Atlanta and became the assistant pastor there, they were in a board meeting with a bunch of deacons and they couldn't come up to a decision. And all of a sudden, Dr. Stanley stands up and says to the board, maybe we ought to pray about it. And the head deacon stands up and says, Charles, this is business. We don't pray about that. I'm not too sure that guy was a deacon when Dr. Stanley later became the pastor. The other memory I have is the Sons of Thunder prayer team that I had the opportunity to lead, that Dr. Stanley named. And I've seen a lot of people mock that name because they didn't understand why he named it the way he did. It was named the Sons of Thunder, as he says in an interview on In Touch in 2006, because when men pray, it sounds like thunder going up to heaven. And if you were a part of those prayer meetings, you know that's exactly what it was. Dr. Stanley also tells the story of when him and 3 or 4 of his buddies were out hiking and they came across an old church. And they just had a sense to stop and pray about it, lift up the memories of that church. And all of a sudden, he says, there was a wind that went right through where they were at. And he shared that, saying to the other men that were there, if I'm wrong, make sure you let me know. But that was the memory that he had. One more memory I want to share with you. A friend of mine used to go with Dr. Stanley to the beach when he would be on holiday, and Dr. Stanley would wear a long cap so he could have a little bit of privacy, and my friend would take care of all the needs that he had. And he came back one day from being on holiday in the Bahamas, and my friend said to me, so while we were on the beach, Dr. Stanley was reading a book. Well, that's kind of cool. I want to know what the book was then. I said, well, tell me, what was he reading? He was reading a book, and the title of it was How to Preach. The man had been preaching for 50 years, and yet, what is he reading on the beach? How to Preach. It's got to tell you something about Dr. Stanley. Again, thank you for letting me spend just a couple of minutes sharing with you some of my great memories of Dr. Stanley. Have a great rest of the day. Love you guys. Bye.